We had the college football season start off on Thursday, and it started off with a bang. The Colorado Primes, also known as the Colorado Buffaloes, kicked off the season Thursday against the North Dakota State Bison. Man, and them Bison gave it everything they had. They came up a little bit short, losing 26-31. But shout out to North Dakota State out of the Missouri Valley Conference. Anytime those boys come to play, they absolutely come to play, man. They never back down from anybody. No game is ever too big for them. Having said that, though, man, Colorado was great, but it really comes down to some of the star players they had, and we cannot forget about Shedeur, as always going to give you more Sanders, and the other two-way phenom, defense and offensive player, Travis Hunter. Shedeur Sanders went 26 of 34, 445 yards, 4 touchdowns, and a QBR of 83.4. With that, we can't also forget about the other man out there, Travis Hunter, who had 7 receptions for 132 yards, 3 touchdowns, an average of 18.9 yards per reception. Oh, and if he didn't do enough, he also had 3 solo tackles on defense. Man, what is your thoughts on Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders and just Colorado in general, man? It's a big season for him, G-Mike.
Yeah, man. I mean, that first game, they really showed out. Shedeur Sanders, I love the calmness and the poise that he has when he steps back and he just looks for his receivers. He doesn't force anything. He gives whatever is given to him, he goes with. Travis Hunter is a baller. He's a dog. There's a reason why he has that D on his jersey. And dude, man, this guy will catch anything that is thrown at him. And he plays both sides of the ball. The guy, I heard that he loses about 4,800 calories a game. So this guy's out there just running like if he's running track and field. And it's awesome to see. Honestly, I don't think that we'll pivot into the NFL. I think that he's going to have to pick a side. And I am a betting man. So I would pick that he will go in the receiver route. I feel like he's way better there than he is on defense, even though on defense he's spectacular, of course. But I think just on offense, he's that much better. And, dude, he put the team on his back. He even said it after the game. He was like, man, you know what? Just throw me the ball. Let's get it. We're going to win this game right here. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, BC, man. I like the point that George brought up because I know you love defense, man. Do you think this can translate into the NFL?
I'm gonna have to agree with George a little bit there. Like I know obviously the hype around having an Iron Man that can do both sides of the ball. It's very exciting. I mean, we've seen guys in the NFL that forget about playing both sides of the ball, that they play multiple positions on one side of the ball, and they've kind of struggled a little bit. Isaiah Simmons comes to mind. Kind of finding a role. And I think that that's something that, again, in college, it works. It's great. But I do think that as you get closer to the league, you are going to have to specialize a little bit. You're going to have to find that one position that you can lock in at, that you're like, okay, this is my best spot. I'm going to focus in on here. While I'm in college, yeah, sure, I'll play both sides of the ball. I'm going to help my team out. But for his career's sake, he's going to have to pick one side or the other. And I do agree with George. I think wide receiver is the best bet for him. And for Colorado in general, I think that this win, it's North Dakota State. A lot of people want to, throw shade at them, but hey, shout out to them. Shout out my boy Hunter Brosio from North Dakota State, former alumni from Victory Christian Academy. Dude is fullback, long snapper on that team. Phenomenal athlete, phenomenal human being. Just wanted to give a shout out to him. But it was a good win for Colorado. I know, last year they got a lot of crap for the season that they had, all the hype they had at the beginning, and then it was a massive letdown. So you gotta take any win you can get, and you gotta take any positive momentum. And I think that that's something that if you're Colorado, you want to forget about last year and you want to build off of it and make a better season moving forward and prove to everybody that hype is real. It starts in week 1.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like with Colorado, they really got to work on their run game, man. Because if there's just going to be a passing offense, like other teams that are better, way better in the NCAA, they're going to come in and they're gonna like just show everyone that, if you guys are not running the ball as well as passing the ball, like, dude, you guys are not going to be able to score as much or win that many games. And then their defense, they're doing well. The secondary was doing great against the pass, but they couldn't do anything to stop the QB from running the ball. This guy had like 16 carries at like 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. And it was just like, all right, yeah, you don't want to give up the deep ball. You don't want to give up the pass. But then again, you got to be able to stop the run because you can't just let them run all over you.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think the team looked impressive. I was more honestly, if I had to pick a side, I was more impressed with North Dakota State being able to hang with him. But having said that, though, I do find Colorado as a team that is a lot of hype. I don't think that I think their season's pretty much gonna be the same way it was last year, where they started off making a lot of noise, looking really great. I do think Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter are just flat out amazing athletes, and I'm excited to see what's going to translate to them next year.